Okay, everything seems to be working, the hotkeys have been applied, and yeah. We are gonna be watching the game number 4 between Teams Farmsletje and Team Banani. So, let's see what is the setup. Oh, that's a very interesting one. 24,000 mass for AIX on the middle of the map. This is gonna be interesting. Why? Because not only they have the better build power and more economy, they're just gonna spam out the whole map with land units and experimentals. Like, wow. This is gonna be very interesting to watch. And also, a very interesting setup for our players. Like for the team Banani, we have Svatosław here playing UEF on this position. Then we have the Lunishko on another air slot. And I wonder if they're actually gonna go and move and drop some units towards these positions here in the corners to go and try to secure all of this. As the players like Limes and Skrat on the middle, or should I say the bottom, are most likely gonna be forced in pushing and basically trying to contain the enemy RNG forces in the mid lane. As for the team Farmsletje, it seems like Natron and Farmsletje are gonna be the ones on the hills. And yep, they're going for the pigeons into air factories. And Derp and FTX Commando are gonna be the ones playing on the lower part of the map. And yeah, we can see just how much faster the AI is and expanding and stuff for now. So I really do wonder how this game is gonna play out. And more importantly, let's see. Okay, Banani is kinda behind when it comes to building the air factory. And what is he even gonna be building in it? Well, so far nothing in the queue. Okay, transport into interceptor. Let's see what Farms is gonna do. He's even slower. And it's gonna be actually scout into interceptor bomber, so yeah. While Banani is gonna be the one trying to go and grab the expansion in the right corner as fast as possible, it seems like Farmsletje is gonna be playing the denial of that. And yep, Natron gonna play in a similar way. And his opponent, Mr. Svato, is also going for the early interceptors and scouts. So yeah, it seems like the only greedy person in this game is gonna be Lunishko. And the problem is, his transport have been scouted. And now there is a Cyclone. No, sorry, it's Conservator. The T1 Aeon interceptors already going and aiming for the transport belonging to Lunishko. Let's see if it's gonna get shot down. The shot are being fired. Evasive maneuvers engaged. The another Inter is coming in to help from the teammates. As Limes is going to do his best to go and protect the transport from Lunishko. If it actually lands, this is gonna be big. The transport is down, but here comes the T1 bomber. Let's see if it's gonna go and actually score some kills or not. All it has to do is go and kill the engineers. Bomber is dropped. Let's see, okay, 2 engineers killed, but there is still 3 more remaining. And now the transport from Farmsletje, full of units, is also going for the same position. Let's see how it's gonna end up. As we can also see, that both teams are building as many interceptors as they can. Transport is under attack. It is gonna go and drop the units. Okay, the flares also have been dropped down. And now it seems like there's gonna be a 2v1 fight versus the enemy hunter. The first land factory is already up and running. At the same time, it seems like on the other side of the map, Natron managed to go and secure his own drop just fine. As Mr. Svatosław wasn't able to go and stop it from happening. The first land factory is already finished, so even if he managed to go and bomb the engineers belonging to Natron, it means that this position is still secured. Now, let's go back to the top side. We have bombers coming up from Banani, as he's trying to go and kill the remaining engineers, as all the engineers from Banani have also been killed off by a single hunter from Mr. Farmsletje. More and more engineers are dying one after another. The T1 MA8 Thistle is working overtime right now, as we can see it, trying to go and fight versus the onslaught of the enemy interceptors. Bomber This time from Limes, coming for a round 3. Bomb is dropped and it seems gonna kill a single engineer. Mantises from Mr. Banani coming here to go and join the fray. As I'm afraid that this position might be a goner for the topside team, as Farmsletje is gonna be unable to go and take a hold of it, as we can see that the bombers and interceptors from the teammates of Banani are gonna be the thing to actually go and help him save the day here. We can also see that known sniper is getting under attack by all kinds of different units. He even somehow lost a max here, not sure exactly how, but it did. On the other hand, it seems like Natron is gonna have a good old time securing this left side without any kind of trouble, as Svatosław decided that after not catching the early transport, he's gonna go and move all of his units toward the topside map and actually grab control and help control the topside with Luniczko. Let's see what our AI friends are doing. Zanul Yanov, Setul Shavok and others. It seems they managed to go and reclaim the little char in the middle, but the question is, what else can they do with this mass and stuff? But yeah. Oh, it seems like right now, all of the interceptors from the top side are gonna get moved to the bottom left corner, as now everyone is gonna be trying to go and deal with this position here. So I really do wonder if Nathan can keep control over it or not, especially as the RNG AI is starting to expand. And yep, seems like FTX is gonna be the first one to go and meet his enemy, as the VD AI ACU is actually coming there. I mean, getting the factories up and running is much more important than the mexes. Like, you always need the factory so you can actually try to go and fight versus whatever your enemy is gonna throw at you, so yeah. It's understandable that engineers would be dropped and start producing the factories. No, it didn't disappear. It just got reclaimed by the RNG forces, as you can see. And oh boy, FTX Commando is in big trouble, as it seems like he have poked the beehive, as both the ACUs from the Seraphim and UEF commanders of RNG are marching towards his own ACU as he's taking more and more damage. 8000 HP remaining, but the problem is, the VT UEF ACU is not gonna stop. He smells blood, and the blood belongs to FTX Commando. So unless Derbs move his ACU to go and help out, nope, he cannot help out because Derb is actually moving his forces towards the bottom part of the map where Nathan is residing. So, okay, never mind. It seems like the UF ACU from Vinde and the Seraphim Zan Uyat Hall are not gonna keep the push going, as FTX Commando can actually catch a briefer, most likely because the AI is now aware of the fact that Mr. Derb, the meme commander, is setting up some defenses in here. Let's see what else is happening. Banani just enjoying his free expansion for now. Unbuttered, moisturized, and in his space. And yes, it seems like both teams are gonna start building a big walls, as they're basically gonna go and try to funnel the enemy AI forces through a single chokehold so that they can actually have easier time defending themselves. As both FTX Commando, Derp, and Skrat are doing the same tactic. But to be honest, with 4 raging AIs and so many land units already spreading all around the map, with some of them already being pillars or other T2 units, I can fully understand why the players are not really so eager on fighting the RNG forces. A small raid from Svatosław, unfortunately. The mech marines are gonna get caught up by the enemy mantises, meaning that this is, well, nothing more but the mass donation. Though a mass donation of 20 mass is not a donation at all. What I'm interested in right now is what exactly Farmsletje is gonna go and do in this game. He's basically only stuck on 6 T2 maxes, and he cannot do anything else. So it seems like this game is gonna be basically about Natron and Banani, who managed to go and secure their sides. gun upgrades being started by RNG ACUs, all 4 of them in unison. So I wonder if they're also gonna go and push a single position with all 4 of them or not. As that will be basically kinda unstoppable force to go and deal with. Like imagine, you're FTX Commando and Derp, and suddenly there is 4 gun ACUs just walking towards your base. What you gonna do? Nothing. All you can do is just, well, lay down and cry. And we can even see that the AI forces from RNG are already using flapjacks and other MMLs to go and start killing the T1 PD defenses, and the walls belong to the players. FTX Commando gonna walk forward to go and try to kill the flapjack, but unfortunately the AI is fully aware of what FTX is planning, and as such it is gonna take evasive maneuvers to go and keep on kiting. Small bomber excursion from one of the RNG players. He's gonna get shot down by the interceptor fleet from Svatoslav. There is also a T2 transport sending to Lunishkov, who is most likely now gonna get and evacuate his ACU towards a safer position. And I'm not really sure if that should be standing here, but yeah. I guess he just wants to make sure that this position is gonna be secure for Natron, so that he doesn't lose the maxes and everything here. After all, if AI were to go and crash this position, this expansion, then yeah, it would be terrible news. But yes, for now it seems like the RNG AI thinks that FTX Commando is the threat here. As we can see it pushing with the gun upgraded ACU, also having another one join the fight here, so yes. It is gonna be kinda hard for them. Derp starting to go and produce the triad emplacements to go and help FTX Commando defend this position. But the problem is, there are MMLs in the unit mix for the RNG players. So the triads alone are not gonna be Oh, here comes the transport full of fire beetles! Are they gonna explode on the base belonging to Mr. FTX Farmsletje or not? Nope. It seems like a few overcharged shots are gonna be just enough to go and make sure that the mexes are gonna stay alive. Yep, some pathfinding problems and other stuff, meaning that the T2 mexes are still alive as well, only a single one being the victim. So all in all, it seems like not that much damage has been done compared to what was actually about to happen. Because thank God, the 2 overcharges from Farmsletje managed to kill like 75% of the fire beetles just before they managed to get close to the T2 mexes. But yeah, Banani really does love his fire beetles. Like, he always builds them and tries to be sneaky with them. T1 transports getting shot down by Lunishko. And here comes another T2 drop, this time full of mantises and auroras. Okay, T1 PDs are being built up by the no sniper. A single overcharge shot is gonna go and kill 9 units with a single shot. And yeah, they're really doing everything they can do to go and bully farms, which is kinda going sad to see. But yeah, I feel like Natron is really not using his economy to his advantage. Like, he's not upgrading the mexes or anything, he's on this position. Compared to Banani, who is already nearly done with the core mexes here. Yep, T2, T2. This one is also about to hit the tier 2, so yes. Honestly, all in all, it seems like the bottom team, the red guys, are doing much better here. Though it might be also because they are not getting as much harassed by the RNG forces compared to Farmsletje and others. As both Derp... Oh, the shield just got destroyed here. But yeah, Derp and FTX Commando are having a really hard time dealing with the units here. And Farms? Yeah, Farms is just crying in the corner. Getting absolutely mauled by everyone. Be it the random T1 bombers from the middle of the map, or the Banani just throwing random transports at him. And yeah, it genuinely feels like Natron is overbuilding units. Not a single player is building any units, meanwhile this boy is building hoplites, rocket bots, mantises and other stuff. Which I guess is basically a waste of mass at this point, as you are better off just building walls and other stuff. But yeah, poor FX Commando just having to go and keep on fighting versus the RNG forces all this time. But yeah, I really do wonder what is the AI gonna do in this game. They're already on the T2 stage, going for the power generators and stuff. Is there gonna be some kind of experimental build or not yet? I guess it's actually too early for that now. I mean, I don't think he is trolling, he just decided to go and actually answer the drop by Lunishko on the other side. No, that was just Twitch being Twitch. But yeah, basically, if Farms actually manages to go and win this corner against Banani, like, it would be really good for him. Yes, there was some kind of connection problems with the Twitch server, nothing I can do about that. Sorry guys. The RAM is just fine for now. It's just that Twitch had a small hiccup happening for a few seconds. But yeah, those Banani drops are really annoying to actually deal with. It seems like FX Commando finally managed to go and grab the... no, there is a stream delay. Or there should be one. Looking at the options, by 1 minute or something. And we're also watching replays today only, so yeah. Cheating shouldn't be that much of a concern. But yeah, basically the idea behind Farms spawning on this plateau here is that he's gonna have easy access towards this expansion here. And I can only assume the same idea was for Banani, so yeah. They're basically fighting for this expansion because whoever controls it is gonna have basically double this thing. So yes. And the biggest problem is that Natron, it just doesn't feel like he's making the use of his advantage here. Like he still have random T1 maxes here not being upgraded. Not a single T2 max is capped, so yes. It seems like Natron is kinda throwing compared to his counterpart, Mr. Lunishkov, who is already quite ahead in the game. When we look at the amount of T2 maxes built, yep, nearly all of those maxes are T2, and we can see a bunch of engineers hurrying from a single max to another to go and basically cap them, so yes. It shows that Natron is more of a ladder 1v1 player compared to Lunishko, who actually knows how to use this. Oh, look. It seems like it's finally time for the RNG to go and try prodding the Skrat firebase here. So maybe we will see some action on this front too, where we are gonna go and see... Wait, is that T2 artillery? Or was it just MML? No, yes. That is actually a T2 artillery being built by the Sef Ushavok, the RNG Seraphim. So it seems like Mr. Skrat might have to go and enter a firebase fight here. Which, unfortunately, he's most likely gonna go and lose, considering he have much less resources available compared to his enemies of RNG. And yes, this is looking kinda grim for the left side team. Although it seems like they're slowly getting their foothold back with the T3 maxes being built by Derp and others. FX Commando also opting to go for the T3 upgrades instead of going for the air grid expansion, so yeah, that's a good choice. The ACU from the RNG still trying to go and find FX Commando and kill him. And poor Farms still getting harassed by random T1 bombers, losing the capped maxes and stuff. Oh, just close enough. 50 HP left alive on the T2 max, so yeah, that's kinda big. We can also see him dropping some T2 engineers on the lower part. And yeah, it seems like Natron is actually losing control over this position, as the RNG is actually making quite a good use of the Etisag mobile launchers. And Natron just built a T3 land factory HQ. I really do wonder what is the plan. Because I don't see any reason to go and build T3 land versus the RNG AI. So who knows, maybe we're gonna have some sneaky Tyrant drops happening around the map, like, yeah. There is not that much which can actually defend this position. Nope, never mind. There is one sum, there is second sum, so yeah. I can only go and say that, yeah. No T2 drops are gonna land in the base belonging to Svatosław. Which is not something that can be said about the base belonging to Farmsletje. Only a single T2 flag and a few T1 AA positions is nowhere enough. Oh no, drop the bomb! And the T2 max is gone. Bye bye. Poor Farms. Just getting bullied the whole game by everyone around him. But yeah, it seems like this game is basically gonna be about who can stay alive versus the RNG AI. As it seems like not a single player is capable of making any kind of a push versus the others. And yeah, Limes and Scrat still trying to stay alive with this firebase, as you can see them queuing up more and more shields and other stuff. Actually, wait, let me see something. Where is Svatosław? Show me your ACU. Nope, show me this. And yep, no, actually building artillery emplacements on the plateau would be kinda useless, to be honest. I just wanted to check if they're actually gonna have some range to go and actually harass the enemies in here, but yep, it is not gonna happen. So I guess all that this guy can do is just, well, echo up, get T3 maxes, get rust upgrades and call it a day. Also, it seems like the left side team is slowly but... No way. No way. I guess that's one way to go and win this game back. Depp is behind because he doesn't really have T3 maxes available. Only now is he starting to go and start building the T3 maxes and stuff. And he's also trying to go and keep on building these PDs and other stuff. So yes, I guess that's where his economy is going into. But a quick question here is, okay, SMD have been built by Svato. Is Banani gonna build one too or not? Yes, he is building one, but the problem is, it is only halfway done, so let's see if the nuke can actually make it on time before the SMDs for the team Banani are gonna get finished. The nuke is already 20% done, and there is also quite some assist available here, so yes. It seems like this nuke might be able to go and land. And are they also building SMD somewhere here or not? Yep, the SMD is already finished for Mr. Limes, so it seems like this position in the mid lane is not gonna be, well, in any danger of getting nuked. And the game is gonna be all about to see if either Svatosław or Banani can load their nuclear SMDs before the enemy missile launcher can actually connect the shot. And it seems like Banani is the one who's behind when it comes to setting up the SMDs. Oh my goodness, this is still alive! I was like, how do they know the nuke is still here? And it seems like, yes, the single air scout is on a mission. Look at him, laying low, just like Solid Snake, behind the enemy lines. Haha. And nobody seems to be aware that he's here. No, they're fully aware he's here. They just don't care about him. But yeah. Yeah, the nuke is already worth it, to be honest. Like 3 SMDs built by the opposing team, all ACUs being basically moved from one side to the other. And yes, the nuke more or less paid off for itself. it doesn't even have to launch. You can just keep the nuclear missile for defense. For example, okay, they're finally aware. They're finally aware of the little spy behind the enemy lines. So yes, it seems he's finally gonna get shot down. But hey, his job is done. He spotted the nuke launcher and everything. Nuke is nearly done, 75%. Let's take a look at the SMDs. 35% for the Banani. And now 60% for the Svato base. So yeah, we will see where the nuke is gonna go. Because if it actually manages to go and destroy the base of Banani, that is Lunishko, this is gonna be very, very big news for the team Farmsletje. Also, you might want to go and get some TND, Mr. Farmsletje, because it seems like you're not gonna have an easy life here. Cause yeah, just look at this. Once again, his T2 Maxes are getting shot down by TMLs and other stuff from the middle. Okay, T2 drop. As the bricks are being brought in. No, those are harbingers, but unfortunately, Banani was expecting that. As we can see, the transport have been shot down. Okay, it seems like FX Commando is gonna go and send out the scouting run of T3 spy planes to go and see if he can find a good target. And let's see if there is any kind of SMD in the middle. Nope, there is just TML, and I don't see a single SMD from the AI forces. Nope, never mind, this is just a power generator. And here comes the launch. It's going for the base belonging to Banani on the right flank. Not the best choice, but it's the safe one. It should actually go and land here, as the SMD is only on 90% done. So yes, although unfortunately, this would have been a better target. Although nope, it will be very, very close, so yes. It seems like this position here was the better choice, so yep. Props to FX Commando for realizing this. And actually getting a nice shot in here. Nice one. But the question now is, can the team Farmsletje actually use this chance to go and make some kind of unit drop or something? To go and reclaim this expansion from the hands of Banani? Although considering that how many units are there from the RNG, I don't feel like this is gonna work out. So yep, they're most likely just gonna bank on the economy damage from the enemy team and call it a day. Let's see what else are we gonna see in here. We have Tiffy power gens being built by Lives in a very peculiar order. And they have their own nuke missile launcher being built, so let's see if the team Farmsletje gonna have answer to that. No SMD available here from what I can see. Wait, what? Oh, it's the AI forces. The AI forces are trying to go and strat bomb the nuke launcher belonging to FX Commando. Oh boy. This is actually quite unfortunate for the team Farmsletje, as not only the AI is trying to go and deal with their front line, but also they're trying to go and recover. I mean, snipe the nuclear missile launcher, which belongs to FX Commando, so, well, they are really having a hard time now, and I was supposed to go and look for the... Where is it? I don't see an SMD here. Is it somewhere close to the front line? No, I don't see it too, so this might be kinda bad. And no, the T2 dropping bricks on the Svato base isn't gonna work out, because unfortunately there is T3 SAM here available for Svato, so not a single transport is gonna drop here unless you start building Continentals. But considering how hard it is to actually build Continentals and how much they cost, it might be very hard also. The drops from Farmslecie, they are actually now landing on this expansion belonging to Lunishko. So yes, it seems like Farmslecie is finally getting back in the game. Both players going for the laser upgrades. I guess both Natron and Banani have the same idea. Although Natron is gonna be the first one to go and grab the upgrade, looking at the speed at which they're upgrading the ACUs. Is there SMD here on this expansion? Yes, there is, and it's actually heavily assisted. So I'm not really sure if the nuclear missile can connect there. It actually might be possible for it to manage, but we are not sure yet, as there is some quite heavy assist from a bunch of T3 engineers going on here. And this shield, he is really living the dream, trying to protect this SMD, and I'm afraid to say that it can be easily sniped by the forces belonging to Lunishko or his teammates. T3 gunships being used by Svato, and here comes the nuclear missile. Where is it gonna go? Let's see. It's going for the main base of Natron, which unfortunately for the team Lunishko already have the SMD ready to go and intercept it. Unlucky Bozo, you should have been faster with your play. And yep, the nuke would connect with the lower expansion slot for Natron, but the main base, not gonna happen. And yes, the RNG AI is gonna make it very, very hard to go and use the gunships around the map, as we can see that it is actually starting to produce a big amount of flak units and also T3 lightning tanks, which are gonna basically shut down any kind of incursion to the airspace of the RNG. So unfortunately for the team Lunishko, it seems like the right flank, this expansion slot here, is gonna go and fall down. The SMD is built, but unfortunately it is not loaded, meaning we're gonna have another score for Mr. FTX, which is proving that he really knows how to play the air slot. As sometimes it's not about building the aircraft, but rather building the missiles. So, oh, whoa, run away, boy. You wanna move away those ASF. And yes, he managed to move them away just on time, as the nuclear missile is gonna connect and eradicate the whole expansion of Lunishko once again. Kaboom, baby, kaboom. Natron asking if there is some kind of T3 artillery being built somewhere, as they're looking for, yes, that's a T3 artillery, a Hovatam, the Seraphim T3 RT. So it seems like Limes and other players on the team Banani are recognizing the fact that nuclear missiles are not gonna connect with the opponent bases, and as such, it might be better to go for the good old slugfest of just using T3 artillery to see how it's gonna work out. Is there gonna be any kind of counterplay from the topside team? Nope, not a single one. But wait. We had the laser gun upgrade. Laser is done, now we have the gun upgrade on Natron, so yeah. This is most likely gonna be the last play this man is gonna be forced to do. That is teleport in and try to kill this Hovatam. As otherwise, it's gonna become a very, very bad game for the team Farms, as they really have no answer yet for the... Well, I say they're gonna have no answer, but maybe the sneaky T4 experimental units are gonna be exactly the thing that is necessary to go and make a push through this position here, especially as when we'll take a look at the army belonging to the team Banani. It seems like they are not really gonna be capable of stopping this push, as we have a megalith and also two spider bots already walking down this way here, and we will actually count on the bricks here too. It seems like Scrat and Limes are gonna have no way of stopping this push, so yes, T3 artillery might be quite nice to have, but it's gonna die to the push of the T4 experimentals, and it's not gonna be really worth it. That's just mass fabs and a bunch of kennels for Mr. Limes and Svatosław. There is also a GC finished somewhere on the map, as the RNG AI is also starting to build up some of the forces on its own. As we can see, the Itota experimental assault bot from Seraphim faction is being built, and there is also second one being built by Aishahayev. So who is the one building? Okay, it's FX Commando together with Farmsletje, trying to go and start just building all of the stuff. To, I don't know, have some kind of line of defense or something, and there is a lot of shields being built by FX Commando, who is fully aware of what is about to come his way, and that is gonna be artillery shells from the bottom part of the map. Let's see. Is the team Banani fully aware of the incoming push? They can see the units coming, but they are not aware that there is a megalith mixed in with them, not to mention 2 Monkey Lords coming in. So yeah, this is getting way too close for comfort. One team is using T3 artillery. Oh my goodness, it seems like the... Did they just use the artillery to go and snipe Natron? Or what? How did he die here? No, there is no way he died to artillery. I don't want to believe it, but yeah. Now this whole army is gonna go and belong to Farmsletje, and let's see what kind of answer they have versus this big push. Not to mention, there is also a GC being used on the mid lane by Farmsletje to go and clear out all of the RNG forces. So let's see if the chicken bot... No, the chicken bot is still not ready, so it seems like the GC from Farmsletje is more or less gonna be easy for it to go and push through middle. We have a nuclear missile launch happening. Who is it sending it now? It seems like it's once again the Limes. Okay, here comes the Strat Bombers. They're going for the Monkey Lords, trying to go and kill them one after another. The first one is gonna go and explode after getting a payload of nasty stuff from the Cinta and Ambassador. Now, Farmsletje is gonna keep the push going. We can see Whalers and other stuff trying to go and stop this assault from Farms, as the nuclear missile is gonna go and connect with the base that once belonged to Natron on the left side of the map, basically erasing all of the economy there. And the question now is, nope, it seems like this push is not going to go and work, as the Broadswords and other units from Mr. Svatosław are here to go and stop it. As such, these Monkey Lords are gonna become nothing else but a mass donation. So, how is it gonna work out now? Farm still trying to go and push through the middle, as we can see him killing the RNG forces, but the question is, even if he kills all of the AI, can he gain any good advantage from that? Okay, I guess he's gonna go and grab all of the claim for himself. So, let's see. Yes, the push is still dying. Okay, the RNG AI is gonna go and help out Farms a little bit, but using its own ASF interceptors to go and, well, try to shut down the Soul Reaper. But unfortunately for them, Svatosław and Limes are keeping checks on this. There is some T3 bounces being produced by Derp, but unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna be enough to go and stop this Soul Reaper from reaping a new one to the team's farm. Another nuclear missile have been launched, once again by Limes, and this time going for the left side expansion belonging to Derp, which unfortunately have lost its SMD to Strat Bomber Snipe. So let's see how is it gonna end up. The Soul Reaper is basically uncontested. There might be some units available, some T3 MAA, another stuff, but Derp is still gonna go and fall down, as the death from above is not stopping to rain. Let's see. Do they have any answer to that or not? The chicken bot have been finished by the RNG AI, but Farmsletje actually still have 2 GCs available, and he is sucking on the mass for another one. Let's see how is this gonna go and work out. The Soul Reaper is taking more and more damage from the anti-air units belonging to Farmsletje, But unfortunately, the bunch of bouncers available to them is not gonna be enough. As Team Lunishko is really proving themselves worth. Okay, RNG AI once more gonna go and fall down. Only 2 ACUs from Sef Ushavoch and Zan Uyaltol remaining alive. And let's see. How is this push gonna work? It seems like Farmsletje is right now the one who is supposed to be working on pushing through the middle. While FTX Commando is the one who is handling the base defense against the enemy artillery. A missile have been launched once again. And this time it's from Svatosław. And it seems to be going as the replay is stopped. So let's see. How did the man die? Like, I don't wanna believe that a single T3 artillery was enough to kill him. Oh well, I guess the first shot killed one of the shields. And let's see, second one connects with the T3 pigeon. And I can only assume that the third shell... Oh, what? He got hit randomly by the... Okay, they are not even trying to kill him. They are just trying to go and kill the SMD, and by missing all the shells, they are hitting poor Natron in the face. And here comes the next shell. Okay, it's gonna get taken by the shield. No, don't build the autoguns! He was just on the cusp of getting shielded by the shield, but no. I guess that makes sense why this death looked so strange when he died below the shield, but yeah, unlucky for the man. He died not knowing what even hit him. And yeah, we can also once again see how this push was a mistake, as Natron didn't build basically any kind of AA for this push. Like, okay, this guy might have nearly full veterancy upgrade, but it's still just a single flag, which is nowhere enough to go and protect this kind of a big push from farms. So yes, I guess those strat bombers really did a number on them.
Strategic launch detected.
And yeah, this nuke was also strength from Svato. I would actually expect him. Maybe not. Considering he's fully aware that there is no AA available for this push to happen, and that the strat bombers from himself and from Limes can easily just stop these units, I can actually understand why he's using the nuclear missiles to go and clear out the remnants of the base belonging to Natron. And yeah, it's just sad watching this push fumble like that. Okay, let's go to +3 and see how the game gonna end up. As yes, this is basically the push from Farmsletje, where he's trying to grind down the RNG AI on the mid lane. Honestly, I think he have to go and do if he wants to go and actually get towards the other part of the map. But the problem is that there is the Soul Reaper and other units available for Svato and others. And with no MAA available for Derp or Farmsletje here on the left side, yeah, that Banani bug here is really gonna do anything. Yeah, the nuke was actually quite great. It managed to go and clear out this wall position here from Banani, basically making it so that the team Farmsletje had like 200 more mass available compared to the Banani for a second. Although, the real deal is that they actually had a chance to go and shut down this wall base here, but unfortunately they didn't want to gamble with the SMD already being done long ago here. So yes, and yep, here is the poor meme commander dying to a roach, a flying roach at that, so yeah, poor guy. And the question is, how is this push from Farms gonna end up in the mid lane? Because actually this time around he have the T3 MAA and Flak available to cover it, so maybe he can actually just go and somehow crush the RNG forces in the middle and then keep on going forward to go and push versus Banani and his friends in the mid lane, because the moment they can clear out this main base of Limes and Scrat, they can still have a fighting chance, especially if the Megalith and Monkey Lord from the left flank can somehow go and link up with the main force of Farmsletje in the middle. As we have second RNG AI also explode from the push by Farms. And the question is, can FX Commando actually keep the bases alive? Because I'm afraid to say that the moment they lose the bases, like the power and everything PGens, this is gonna be over. So it's a very, very stressful situation for them. Okay, the GCs on the mid lane are still not stopping. They're pushing forward. Okay. What? Oh! The SMD from the RNG AI actually managed to go and kill the nuclear missile launched by Svato. Haha! That's quite nice. Meaning that Farmsletje can actually still have his push going for now. So the RNG AI is actually a paid actor here. As in its last death throes, it managed to go and save the whole army of Farmsletje from just scrambling along here. And let's see if they can keep the push going. There is Strat Bombers on the left side, and yeah, I guess they can go and clear out this position together with the Broadswords and stuff. So we will go and see. And yes, Fato ACU have been just ejected, as he have crashed in the game, but the question is, how can the Strat Bombers make it towards the base of Farms and snipe him and FTX Commando? As it seems like the team Banani is gonna go and push from two sides, as Soul Reaper and Broadsword pushing through the left flank, while the Strat Bomber is gonna go and beeline from the right side. FTX Commando and Farmsletje are unfortunately not under the shields, meaning they can get easily sniped at any moment. Okay, the bombs are being fired, the shield has been built on time, and it seems like the first bombing run is not gonna work out. But the problem is, with the shields going down, the base can get open to the enemy T3 artillery fire. Let's see what's gonna happen. The GCs are still pushing in. There is single Itota to go and intercept them. And there is also the Soul Reaper coming back. It's a question to see who can... Oh no, the Soul Reaper is actually down. And now all the ASF belonging to Banani are gonna get shot down one after another. This is actually quite big news, because it means that the team Farmsletje is still in the game. But the problem here is, there is 3 Soul Reapers ready to rumble, as Banani have been putting grouches one after another. They are gonna go and try to go and stop the push from Mr. Farmsletje, as the GCs, Monkey Lords and the Megalith are still working towards the base of Banani. Scrat is trying to go and stop the push, even using TML missiles to go and try to snipe down the GCs. Yep, all of them gonna connect. One GC gonna go and fall down, another one dropping lower and lower, as we can see Monkey Lord dying one after another. Second GC, third GC gonna go and kneel down, as the push is gonna go and fizzle out, as the big firebase belonging to Mr. Scrat is gonna go and pay the dividends. As now, the Megalith is gonna be the last one to go and fall. And with this, we're gonna have a GG, as the Team Banani secures the finals. GG, well played. So yeah, it seems like the air control was what lost the game to the team Farmsletje in the end.